team win today. A lot of adversity that we faced, especially early on in the game, not the way we wanted to start. It was frustrating to us. And then they get the field goal right before half, and it's, I don't know, what was it, 24-10 at half, and came in, and the kids didn't flinch. They didn't bat an eye, and felt like we were a better team, that we had a chance to win the game. We had to just make some plays, and in my mind, the play of the game was the punt by Ty, and then the safety to get it to 24-12, because it gave us a ton of life, and then we were able to make some plays. And I know in the second half, talking to Coach Mess, he had told me throughout the week that we thought we could pitch it around and throw the ball against these guys, and we were trying to run it a little bit. And I said, Courtney, let's put it in Sky's hands. Spread them out, get to empty, get to some one-back sets, and let's throw it around, because I don't think they can cover us. And we ended up doing that, talked to Sky, talked to the receivers, and said the game's going to go to you guys. We're going to protect up front, and we're going to find a way to keep throwing it around. And then we started to settle in on defense, and that's something that was so important, because you can't play defense frantically. And for a while in the first half, we were playing frantically, and then we settled in and started to play good team defense, and that's what you have to do. And so what I told the guys afterwards is our preparation was exceptional this week. It doesn't always guarantee victory, but our preparation was really good. The guys held each other accountable, and it was a team win. Offense, defense, and special teams all had a hand in the victory. So a much needed victory, because we all know that we needed to find a way to come on the road and get a win, and happy for the guys, and we got to enjoy it today and then go back to work.
Chris, is this a matter of getting out of your own way to get enough done offensively?
Yeah, I think both sides of the ball fits, trying to get out of our own way. We too many penalties, and the crowd was a little bit of a factor, but we worked silent count all the time, and too many discipline penalties that you can't have, but we were able to overcome them. And then defensively, we just a couple of blown assignments, and we keep talking about it. We cannot do those things and be successful. We're not a team that can give teams 10, 15 points, and we did that again today. A couple of blown assignments, and it can't happen. So I hope that the way we won the game, and the fact that we were down 2 scores for how many weeks in a row, but we found a way to win, gives the guys some confidence to say what we are doing is right. If we can just sustain it for 4 quarters, think of what the heck we can do.
You mentioned the safety, but how big was Felix?
He was great, and that play was huge. And then, I know that he was a little frustrated. A couple of the guys were on the play right before the end of the half, where we rush 3, we kind of have him, he spins out, and then they convert all the routes, and we don't get home, and gets a 50-yard throw on us, sets up a field goal, and that was kind of a gift that we gave them, that 3. And the second half, I know that Coach White, Coach Toohey challenged those guys, and I thought they responded well.
Tell us what your change was at halftime on offense. What was it on defense? What did you and Coach Klieman talk about?
Being calm and playing within the framework of the defense. We honestly didn't change that many calls. We just played them better, and that's the thing that I know is a frustration for us as coaches, and probably for the guys as well. It was a very simple game plan. We told the guys we were going to keep the game plan really simple so that they could play fast. Well, we were simple, played fast, and made mistakes in the first half, and in the second half, we kept it pretty simple, and we just played faster and made plays.
It appeared you tried to crowd the box a little more in the second half and just him out if you could make some plays.
I really think that we kind of knew the plays, because I wouldn't have changed anything if I were them after halftime either. Everything was working, and I think our kids came in and made some adjustments and said, okay, here's how they're hitting us. And then I think our guys up front played better. I think they played really well. I think in the first half they hit us on some perimeter runs that we just weren't setting an edge to the defense. It's the most fundamental thing in football. We weren't setting that edge. And in the second half, we were able to set the edge to the defense, and then the guys were able to run and saw it down.
In what ways were you more assignment sound in the second half?
Say that again?
In what ways were you more assignment sound?
I think it's the focus and the details, and that's something that if I'm an outside arm player, I cannot get held. I don't care if they call it or not. I cannot get held. I got to keep setting the edge and send it back to the people.
You've been trying to figure out more defensive ends to play. I feel like Nate Matlock took a big step this evening.
He did. I couldn't tell how many plays he played, but we had 3 DNs on the trip, and I looked over during the warm-ups. I'm like, holy cow, buddy's got 3 guys over there. And so we played Tyrone. and played Cortez a little bit of defensive end, played Jalen Pickleback a little bit of defensive end, and you know we have a decent amount of D tackles. And you'd say, well, why don't you guys go to more 4-down? Well, it's hard to when you only have 3 defensive ends. We're hopeful to get Bronson back, but it was all hands on deck really at the DN spot.
You talked about Alexander's punt, were the kickoffs just as instrumental at the end of the game?
Yeah, they really were. When it's that hot and we're banging it from, there was a pretty good wind out there, and I was glad that they took the wind in the third and gave us the wind in the fourth, even though the kicking game, I don't know how much of a factor it was going with the wind for us at least, and we banged the one, and Morris makes a great play, and then we're offsides, and I knew they were going to make us kick it again. We got 3 starters on defense on that team, and took 2 of the 3 out, and said, Ty, we got to hit it again. And then I think it was Landry who made a great play. If you're kicking off from the 15 and they have it at 25, 1st and 10, that's a great kick and great coverage.
Cooper BB all right?
Yeah, he took one to the face a little bit and got the penalty. Was bleeding a little bit, but Coop's a tough guy.
What do you think of Reggie Stubblefield's play?
Plays with tremendous energy. Plays with a reckless abandon. We've got to control it a little bit at times, but he has energy, and his energy is infectious on defense, and that's fun to see because he loves to play the game. He had a ton of family here, and I think he solidifies some stuff with him out there, and J-Mac and Russ with some older guys at safety.
What was the level of Skylar Thompson's decision making?
I'm sorry?
The level of Skylar Thompson's
I thought he
decision making?
really made good decisions. These guys rush the passer well, and they brought a lot of different people at us, and you know, we did a good job hanging in the pocket a few times. He hung in there trying to wait for things to get open. I know that the guys called the play that we scored the last touchdown on. They said, this is open. They never cover deuce on play action. And there was pretty good pressure. He stepped up and hung in there and got the big touchdown, and that was huge.
How did you guys go about keeping the sideline spirit up when I know starting fast wasn't one emphasis this week and it doesn't matter?
You know, nobody panicked on the sideline, but kept talking about the belief, and once again, we prepared really well. It doesn't guarantee victory, but we prepared really well. And I really felt all along these guys did not think they were losing this game, and that goes a long ways when you know you're frustrated because you're not playing to your best of your ability, and then you keep finding a way and keep chipping away at it. And you know, I love Nick. You know, he tries to make a play and he turns the football over. And Nick Leonard is a proud guy and a great football player, and he made a mistake, and it happens. And nobody got down. They got the ball, made a few plays, and then we got a big stop, and then we were able to march it right back down again and score. People are going to make mistakes. You just got to be able to overcome them. We were able to overcome them today.
You show how resilient this team can really be with a game like this.
Did we show what?
How resilient this team can really be.
No question. Tough road trip, good crowd, good environment, and you know, I think the biggest thing is we like to play. And you guys know it. We need to play complementary football, and we were really good on special teams today, minus the fumble, which gave them 3, but we were really good flipping the field. Instead of being a team that's going to control the football by running it, we controlled it by throwing it. And we had a lot of short passes. What was Scott? 24 of 30 for 296. And so we were taking some shots, but dumping it down and making some plays and keeping the chains moving. And then defensively, I think defense is so much about confidence and knowing where your partner's going to fit. And we finally started doing that in the second half.
Is there a fix week to week to kind of limit some of the self-inflicted wounds you discussed?
Trying to continue to keep it simpler if we can, offensively and defensively. We still need to correct some things that we're just that you can't have happen against really good teams. And Texas Tech's a really good team. We were just able to overcome it today, but you can't not set the edge on the second play and the guy runs around everybody and everybody's inside waiting and we don't set that edge. And then the other one, we just gave them the field goal on the turnover. And I couldn't even tell you on the drives they had, but I think they had one really good drive probably. 10 yet, they went 10 plays, 75 yards. That was after we cut it to 14-7. We didn't play really well on that series defensively. Then we settled in.
What's your reaction to the penalties today?
Gosh, kids, just some things we got to clean up. It was discipline. It starts with us as coaches. can't have the discipline penalties. We had too many false starts. I don't know how many, what was our penalties today? 12 for 93. They were 5 for 40, too much. And we were better on third down, but we've got to clean those up. You cannot have those. We were able to overcome a few, and then they bailed us out on the one where it was 3rd and 30 or something, but got to clean those penalties up.
Anything else? Got time for one more? Sounds awful fun over there. Was it? Did this team need this today?
They needed it big time, Kellis. They really did. They've been working hard. They've been frustrated. That was the thing, is they've put so much time and effort into this week, and they really held each other accountable to everything, from the amount of film everybody watched, to doing some walkthroughs, to locking in, to things in the weight room were better, all those things. And we needed this victory. We knew it was going to be tough, and it ended up being a lot tougher when we got down by 2 scores. But absolutely, I think they're having a good time, and that's what it's all about.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.